Office and country-wise.
What was that?
County office or country-wise? Country-wise, but I meant to.
Ready?
Okay.
The landscape of college football over the past year has been littered with scandals. Scandals have made the headlines as much as the games themselves. A few of them, such as the father of Auburn University quarterback Cam Newton, soliciting his son's services for $180,000, or USC running back Reggie Bush accepting more than $100,000 in improper benefits, are an outrage. Other scandals, like Ohio State players who were trading jerseys for tattoos and cash, jerseys that the university had given to them, or Boise State players letting new recruits sleep on their couch, or sharing their pizzas with them without charging, just seem outrageous. But whether these scandals are an outrage or just plain outrageous, the real scandal is not that these students are getting paid illegally. The NCAA and universities use the idea of amateurism and student athlete to exploit the skill and fame of young athletes. No, the real scandal is that more of these students are not getting paid. Do full athletic scholarships at Division I schools really cover the cost of attending college? The answer is no. A study by the National Collegiate Players Association showed that there are large gaps between the college athletes' full scholarships and the actual cost of attendance, especially at Division I universities. It's a myth that college students get a free education for playing sports. Drexel University professor Dr. Ellen J. Starowski calculated the shortfall at every Division I university. The study shows that NCAA scholarship limitations can leave a full scholarship athlete with expenses ranging from $600 to $6,000 per year. The average amount an athlete on full scholarship would be required to pay out of pocket amounted to over $2,800 per year. Revenue generated by the latest TV contracts signed by the 5 major conferences and NCAA have surpassed $750 million. You might wonder how this money will be spent. If history is any indication, it is almost a guarantee that athletic administrators will spend the greater part of this money rewarding themselves and their coaches with huge salary increases, while they're overspending on new athletic facilities and stadium expansions. Meanwhile, the athlete whose talent generates this enormous revenue may lack basic needs. Under NCAA rules, college athletes can be left to pay for sports-related medical bills. They can have their scholarships taken away for any reason, including injury, and they are left to pay thousands of dollars in out-of-pocket educational-related expenses, even though they are on full scholarships. There are football and basketball players who suffer financial hardships and struggle to make ends meet, while nobody bats an eye when a talented music student play weddings on the weekends to earn a little extra money. The player's chance to seek outside employment or accept endorsements to help close the gap with educational costs is barred, not just because of the NCAA rules, but by the everyday demands on the player's time. Football and basketball players in high-profile televised programs spend on average 41 hours a week between practicing, traveling, team meetings, and playing games. When you add the number of these hours of the athletes' academic work, their overall work week is over 80 hours. The NCAA's mission is to educate and protect the student athletes, but its archaic rules are in desperate need of reform. Here are a few solutions that could help stem the flow of so many scandals in college football. Start by dividing a portion of the $784 million in new TV revenues evenly among the football players and Division I men's basketball players. The money could go into an educational trust fund that the student athletes receive if they abide by the NCAA rules and graduate, or to pursue their undergraduate degrees when their eligibility expires. This would increase the graduation rate and decrease violations. raise the scholarship to equal the cost of attending so that their schools can fully support their education. An average increase of approximately $3,200 a year. Allow the schools the option to prioritize their education by providing multi-year scholarships instead of single-year renewable ones. Prevent permanently injured players from losing their scholarships. If the NCAA and colleges decide against investing some of this new money into reforms, how can they continue to hold up their educational mission as a reason to receive billions of dollars in tax-free revenue? College sports officials need to begin with the idea of improving education and protections for their players is the right thing to do. They should develop a plan that will accomplish these things while continuing to enjoy the highest revenue streams in college sports history. There is enough money to do both.